Have all the aliens already gone extinct, or did intelligence itself simply fail almost everywhere it tried to emerge? If life is truly common in the universe, if the same chemistry operates everywhere and the same physical laws apply, then how could Earth be the only place where intelligence not only appeared, but survived long enough to ask these questions? That alone feels deeply unnatural, almost like statistical cheating. And in September 2025, newly confirmed data from NASA quietly pushed an unsettling hypothesis into the open, as astronomers have now catalogued and confirmed more than 6,000 exoplanets. Something unexpected has happened. The universe has not become more familiar or more alive. It has become stranger, harsher, and eerily silent. When we point our most powerful telescopes toward these distant worlds, we do not see neighbors waiting to be contacted. We see planets that appear hostile by default. Worlds that seem broken, distorted, poisoned, burned, drowned, stretched apart, or doomed from the very moment they formed. Hello, Earthling, and welcome to the Midnight Archives. Take a breath, settle in, and prepare yourself, because what follows is not a story of cosmic hope, but a guided descent into what planets are really like when chance and stability are removed from the equation. For decades, we assumed that stars like our Sun were typical, that planetary systems resembling our own were common, and that Earth was simply one example among many. But the data tells a very different story. More than 70% of all stars in the universe are red dwarfs, small, dim, and long-lived stars that behave nothing like our Sun. They flare violently, flood their planets with radiation, and lock worlds into tight orbits where one side may face eternal day and the other eternal night. This means that if a so-called second Earth exists, it is most likely orbiting one of these unstable stars, under conditions fundamentally different from those that shaped our world. In September 2022, scientists discovered an entirely new class of planets around red dwarfs that shattered long-standing theories of planetary formation. These planets are neither rocky like Earth nor gaseous like Jupiter, but massive hybrids composed of up to 50% water by mass, not shallow oceans or scattered seas, but entire planetary interiors dominated by water, compressed under unimaginable pressure, either trapped beneath thick global ice shells or boiling under crushing heat. Their existence suggests that they were born far from their stars, in cold outer regions where ice was abundant, and later migrated inward through processes we still do not fully understand. Despite their abundance of water, these worlds are not ocean paradises. They are landless planets with no continents, no shores, and no relief from endless depth, darkness, and isolation. Then there is TOI-2180b, a planet as massive as Jupiter hiding just 379 light-years away, orbiting its star every 261 days with an average temperature of roughly 70-7 degrees Celsius. While Jupiter and Saturn in our own system are frozen worlds colder than -170 degrees. This planet exists in a strange thermal middle ground, neither frozen nor incinerated, quietly challenging our assumptions about where gas giants can exist. Its presence raises a disturbing question. What if our solar system, with its neatly ordered planets and stable climates is not the standard model at all, but a rare exception? Next we encounter TOI-N75b, often referred to as the Hulk planet, a super-Earth nearly 10 times the mass of our own world, orbiting its star so closely that a full year lasts only 14.5 hours. Surface temperatures exceed 1,000 degrees Celsius, hot enough to sustain global oceans of molten rock, while the atmosphere is filled not with clouds, but with vaporized stone and metallic gases. At such an extreme distance, tidal forces should have torn the planet apart long ago, yet it remains intact, clinging to existence on the edge of physical possibility. Astronomers have also begun witnessing planetary death in real time, observing massive gas giants like TO-2337b slowly spiraling toward aging stars. As these stars expand, their gravity stretches planetary atmospheres to absurd extremes, dooming these worlds to be swallowed within less than 1 million years, a moment so brief on cosmic temescales that it barely registers. These systems offer a disturbing preview of the far future of our own solar system, when the sun itself will begin to grow and destabilize the inner planets. Some worlds redefine the very concept of hell. WAS P-76b on WASP-121, when B are tidally locked hot Jupiters where one side faces eternal daylight, hot enough to vaporize iron, while powerful winds transport that iron vapor to the night side, where it cools and condenses, falling as glowing liquid metal rain. Even more unsettling is the discovery of heavy elements like barium floating high in their atmospheres, metals dense enough that gravity should pull them downward, yet they linger aloft as if physics itself is malfunctioning. Other planets are physically distorted by their stars, such as WASP-103b, stretched into the shape of a football by tidal forces so extreme that astronomers have, for the first time, directly measured a planet's deformation through subtle changes in starlight. These worlds resemble victims of a cosmic torture device, demonstrating just how much abuse a planet can endure before it finally breaks apart. In several distant systems, scientists have detected zodiacal light around potentially habitable super-Earths, faint glows produced by vast clouds of dust, asteroid fragments, and comet debris. While beautiful, this light signals constant bombardment environments plagued by frequent catastrophic impacts, conditions hostile to the long-term stability required for complex life. We encounter objects like VHS-1256b, a brown dwarf wrapped in endless storms of silicate clouds where the sky rains burning sand instead of water, and global storms never cease, turning the entire planet into a furnace of wind and heat. Then we turn our gaze back toward our own solar system, where the long-rumored planet 9 may finally be emerging from the darkness. Detected through infrared surveys as a faint, moving heat signature, this massive unseen world may have been shaping the outer solar system for billions of years, quietly disturbing the orbits of distant icy bodies without ever revealing itself. Beyond this lies a growing catalogue of planets that openly defy our theories. Gas giants orbiting stars too small to form them. Ultra-minus puffy planets with densities so low they resemble cosmic cotton candy, survivors like Hala that somehow endured the violent expansion of a red giant star, mirror worlds like LT-9000-779b that reflect starlight with metallic clouds, marshmallow planets like WAS P-107b inflated by intense radiation, and deceptively beautiful blue worlds like HD 189,730 where molten glass rains sideways at 7 times the speed of sound. Even planets, once romanticized by headlines, such as the so-called Diamond World 55 can create, are now understood to be seas of lava and extreme heat, while water worlds like GJ-1214b and TOI-1450b may host endless global oceans under crushing pressure where water exists in a supercritical state, neither liquid nor gas, with no land, no sky, and no escape. These discoveries force us back to the question we began with: if water means life, why is the universe so quiet? Perhaps because most planets are not cradles but prisons, drowned beneath endless oceans, burned by radiation, torn by gravity, stretched by tidal forces, or poisoned by their own atmospheres. Earth, with its continents, liquid oceans, stable climate, and visible stars, may not be the expected outcome of planetary evolution, but a fragile statistical anomaly, a rare survivor shaped by an improbable chain of events. When we look out into the darkness, we are not just searching for alien civilizations. We are staring into countless versions of our own possible extinction, worlds that show us exactly how easily Earth could have failed. And with that realization, tonight's journey through cosmic anxiety comes to an end. As you rest here on Earth, this one warm cradle drifting through a cold, indifferent universe, listening to the silence beyond the stars,